Remember a few years ago when I said the Plutine Gundam only exists in a universe where the actual planet wasn't demoted to a dwarf? Well, I guess the Gundam Metaverse has intersected that universe with ours now. What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Plutine Gundam from Gundam Build Metaverse. Built around the concept of destruction and regeneration, Hiroto decided to construct the armor out of ecopla, and the implementation of the EP armor granted their units kinetic energy regeneration capabilities, making it an ideal dueling unit that can take damage and dish it right back. Coming with 10 runners and a small sticker sheet is about the same amount of content as you would expect for a Core Gundam kit. And despite the 4 new runners, the build doesn't differ much from the all too familiar Core Gundam 2 build, which is easy to go through but will remind Core Gundam addicts like yours truly of the repetitive build process. Moreover, while the new armor pieces freshen up the build somewhat, it is mostly the purple that adds to the challenge of dealing with nut marks, as the ecopla parts are surprisingly lenient with nut marks, so you don't need to worry too much about those. Otherwise, it's the same old build. Once assembled, and we begin with a fairly decent representation of the Core Gundam 2 Plus, but frankly it's literally the same old Core Gundam 2 with different colors and somehow an even edgier head, as the V-fin and face details have been sharpened up compared to the original, which I do like as it gives an angrier stare. Beyond that, the proportions are carried over from the well-done Core Gundam 2, so it's no surprise that this will follow suit, including the isolated use of stickers on the eyes and head sensors, though a point of contention is the purple paint scheme, as it is a bit hit or miss to some people, but part of the reason why is because it's way too rich when it should have been more muted. Furthermore, the green is too pale, making it a mint instead of a rusted copper, and while you can forego panel lining due to the dark coloration, you might want to fill in the recesses with black paints to enrich it slightly, as well as underlay the clear pieces with some chrome paint if possible. The high-grade Core Gundam 2 Plus follows its predecessors closely, though subjective opinion will largely underpin the straight build's display value. Articulation-wise, the head is on a double ball joint with no restrictions. The shoulders are on ball joints, the arms can raise perpendicularly, swivel at the bicep, bend at 2 joints, and roll at the wrist. There is a slight ab crunch and rotation at the waist. The front skirts can move for the full front splits and sideward kicks. There's a thigh swivel, single jointed knee, a bend at the ankle, on top of the ball joint, and hinge at the foot. Finally, the beam sabers can flip up and down. Articulation of the Core 2 is left unchanged, allowing for great playability just as it is. The solidity, on the other hand, is just downright hopeless. For accessories, apart from the 2 sets of holding hands and the left open hand, the Core Gundam 2 Plus has the standard loadout of Core Sabers, Core Spray Gun, a modified Core Defensor, and sensor stickers wherever necessary. The Sabers can be used with the included short SP9 beams, while the Spray Gun and Defensors slide into the hands for ranged combat and defense respectively. Moreover, the Defensor's handle and peg are on swivels, and reversing the nose cone reveals an adjustable mount, which can be plugged onto the backpack for added flight capabilities after collapsing the handle. That is, if you can avoid knocking it off of its dodgy connection. Alternatively, the Core 2 Plus can spin its head, fold up its arms, reverse its legs and feet, fold down the beam sabers, and dock with the Core Defensor with the attached spray gun and collapsed handle for the Core Flyer Plus mode. While it can be easily exposed from any viewing angle, it's a cool little craft that you can enjoy swooshing around. Evidently, the largest accessory of the package is the Pluto Armor. Despite being named after a dwarf planet, it is actually one of the largest in the lineup as it uses the bulkier planet's armors as the template, while adding large blades all over the design, making it look very edgy. It uses a sticker for the canopy, and besides the line art and instructions struggling to agree on the shoulder armor attachment, I have no complaints with the aesthetics. If you're familiar with the planet system at all, you're probably aware that the PSDC stones of this package isn't a separate unit, but the combination process into the larger Planet Gundam. With that out of the way, it's time to dock them. Core change. Docking. Go! Firstly, the armor is detached from the Core Hanger 2, and the Core Gundam extends its clavicles, detaches its manipulators, and folds up its feet to receive it. From there, the armor either plugs or slides into the respective body parts, and the manipulators reattach into the arm armor to complete the process, with a bit of rearrangement involved for the shoulder armor and feet. It's a fun and frankly addicting process, though the chest pieces might be a bit tricky to attach. It might also be worth keeping track of the smaller pieces like the hand covers, but otherwise, the combination is mechanically simple and straightforward. Once completed, you'll have the Plutine Gundam. While it is ironic for the dwarf planet form to be as large as the Saturn X Gundam, the bladed profile and black color scheme provides a sinister aura to the Core Gundam 2+, and it enriches it a lot by providing the unit with some black and white, truly looking like it rules the underworld. However, the color scheme aside, some panel lining on the white parts will help enrich the overall aesthetics. Posability is largely maintained, with the core ankles serving as the second knee joint, the feet possessing a swivel, ball joint and hinge for footing adjustments, and the shoulder fins possessing a hinge and peg at the base, and the individual segments, as well as a base rotation, and various hinges to adjust the silhouette, at the cost of backwards leg movement being hindered by the skirting armor, and a further burdened structure. To complement the underworld theme, besides the beam sabers using the long SP9 beams thanks to the increased output, the shoulder fins can pop off and readjust for use as the break low feathers, which can be mounted on the forearms for melee combos with the leg blades, or fly off independently as remote control buzzsaws using separate display bases with the pipe adapter. Finally, the Infortune Sizer stored on the backpack can be slid into the hands for removing the pommel in one of two modes. Use the weapon as is for lance mode, or flip the bottom blade out for scythe mode. It's a simple weapon that plays to the underworld theme, but it will be better if a set of clear blue blades is included for its powered up state. As a bonus, the Core 2+ is compatible with all pre-existing Core armors and vice versa for the Pluto Armor, though for video time and limited availability from the immigration move, I can only demonstrate a few for now. For leftovers, apart from the chest, thigh joints and shield piece of the original Core Gundam, you get half a head and original wings of the Core Gundam 2, so the Core 2+ can be reverted to a less edgy silhouette. The Core Gundam is an awfully unique concept. Granted, it's an overcompensated version of the Striker Pack system on paper, but the ability to swap armor packs on the fly and adapt to any situation gives it a very Iron Man feel. So if you've enjoyed any one of the previous 13 variants, you probably would enjoy the Plutine Gundam. But the armor cannot shine without a good wearer, and that's exactly what's stopping it from being a great release. The loose waist and shield connections return with a vengeance, while the bulky armor heavily exemplifies the issue. Which is really a bit of a shame because I do really like the underworld death aesthetic and the melee combat style, minus the inaccurate colors. Sure, you can swap out polycaps and tighten joints to fix those issues, but as it is a very edgy Gundam that is nothing but a constant frustration. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.